Okay, hello everyone. Hello. Okay, let's do this. We are in day 8 and we are coding Go. So, yeah, I discovered something by the way. I'm not sure if it's gonna work to be honest. So, this here is a chat that should show up, and this is just the pop up chat from Twitch. And I hid all the other elements that I don't want to have it. So, I hid like the consent banner and the input and headers and some other stuff. And I added a page to my website. If you go to the recent, you will see OBS Twitch chat overlay. This is my first day trying it, so let's see. I hope it works. I hope it's useful. Okay. All right. Yesterday we were fighting with the GNOME window. We were trying to have a source that listen on events from dbus, and if you created a window, it should notify me, and hence the source would emit an event that says window open with some information, and then we can add rules that says, okay, if it's this window we can do that, if it's that window we can do this. So that's what I was trying to do yesterday. And I think I made a small mistake that I made a lot of changes at the same time, but let's see. So what I did is that I added the interface to this one. I removed the ID from that one, and I split the interfaces into like separate types because they were under like a group of types, which didn't look pleasing. So my problem now is that I can't get this source to work. So let's first get everything to compile and the test to pass, and then I will commit everything except for this source. Except for this source. Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan. Everybody's silent. All right. Okay, how can I do that? Make test. Let's see first if, oh, of course, everything fails. Everything fails because we added another parameter in the beginning. So we need to go, and everything that is expecting event mock, it will be expecting event mock with a context. So if I search the whole project for send, it is send, yeah, on send with event. Actually what we want, wait a second. It's the mock. I think it didn't implement the interface correctly. So this mock should be context dot context, right? It's there's another parameter now, context, and it's called, and we can say it's called with context and event. And now when you come here and you started LSP, yeah, so now it's fine. But now you need to say that the send happens with the context of the you process with the T context. Yeah, and this send with T context. So here it should be the same. T context. Oh my god, what just happened? There's something really weird that happens sometimes, which is I'm in the middle of editing and a totally different buffer would be eliminated, and instead of it will be the page separator and like 3 lines or so, as if the LSP or something that does autocomplete or shows like the tooltip of a function. I think it's overwriting this buffer by mistake. Anyway, so we are trying to just fix the tests, right? This buffer was cleared. Check this out. For some reason it was cleared. Just a line and then a page separator and another line on start. So as if this should be the autocomplete or like the echo, like the text that shows up here. But instead of writing it to the echo buffer, it's writing it to like a random buffer. So what I have to do is undo the edit. It's a bug somewhere, but I don't know where is it exactly. So let's check this. T context. T context. T context. Yeah, have you seen that? So what I'm trying to do, I just search the project or the last search, which is space search L or SL. So this brings up the buffer that I last searched in it. Right? And then I can go to the next one, enter, Control L, so I can make it in, add it in the middle of the, like move to the middle of the screen, and I edit, save, space SL to get the rest, and yeah, I think we edited all of them. Yeah, so if I do this, it should pass. Does it pass? It passes. But I noticed that it takes 1.5 seconds for the race, and without the race flag, it's taking half a second. So I think that it should be maybe it's the parallel part. We didn't say T parallel. We didn't say that. So we just need to tell it to run the tests in parallel. Yeah. Engine tests. We are going to every like test function. T parallel. Just skipping pages until we hit a function, and that's it. So if I do that, is it any faster? No, not really. Not really. If I remove the race from the test, half a second. But why it takes half a second? Like what is it exactly that takes half a second to execute? Because all the tests are just, I don't know, they're really rudimentary, they are really basic. I don't think there is anything weird in them. But I would keep the race flag. Now, what is that? Be out. What is, yeah, another buffer that was cleared. There is a bug somewhere in one of the packages. I just don't know what is it exactly. Anyway, let me commit the changes. Commit the changes. All right. So this is refactoring and push. So what I am planning is to do some coding and maybe some gaming, but I'm not sure that I'm going to stay for too long today. I'm a bit tired. A bit. Okay, now let's see what we are trying to do here. So we added a rule last time. This rule should be listening on a new GNOME window. Doesn't do anything. And destinations slog should print the window. So whenever we open a window, we should get a log. That's the whole idea. And then after that, instead of printing the window, we are going to change our Twitch information based on this window title. Yeah. So if I open a game, it's going to change it to the game. If I switch it to my editor, change it to the editor. So yeah, let's see how can I do that. And while I'm doing that, it's like a test for the engine to check that it actually works. And actually, I don't need these two rules anymore, right? Don't need them. Yeah, there is no need for them. We only have one rule that listen on any window open, and I need to get this source to work. But first, let's quit our Emacs, open it again. Need to check something. Yeah. Okay, so Firehose. And we need to go to the sources, GNOME window. That's the part that I have no idea how to do it. What I want to do is to just know if there's a new window. Maybe instead of a window, I just listen for a program. So if there is a program that started, maybe I can list the user programs. And if there is a program that started after the last check, I would emit an event. Can I do that? So instead of a window, I can check for a program. Maybe I can do that. So yeah, I can do this. So I don't need any of that. I don't need a font, don't need the dbus for sure. Yeah, right, I don't need any of that. So I think what I need is that every period I check if there is a new process, like a user process. If there is a user process, I get all its information, emit an event. So it's not like a GNOME window, it's a user process. Right? Yeah, right. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. Select, and if it's done, return. The context is done, return. And now you have a for, so endlessly we are going to do this. So the return a break. And we just need to cancel. Break, I think. Ineffective, yeah, did you mean to break from the outer loop? I think I need to do this, right? Yeah. because the break breaks from the select, not the for. And I don't know why would you break from the select. I think I should learn programming. Like, I swear I'm a software engineer. I don't know. Is it the AI? No, it's the new kids. They are wrong. Okay, so we don't want a window. What we need is process. And let's save all the buffers. Okay, so it's a process. So what we need is that we listen to new processes. Event process. Let's rename it also. Process. Save some buffers. Okay, and this window file should be renamed to process file, and when gnome.window also needs to be renamed to process. Okay. All right. So now what we have is that a source. So let's look at the CMD main here. So you have a window event. No, it's not a window anymore. It's process rule, right? So it's a rule that is when source process is generated, you don't do anything. You know what? I think in the to-do, if we are not doing anything, maybe we don't need to specify it. So when to, so when to, yeah, you see, when you remove it, it feels off, right? Because when you remove it, like the way you say the rule looks weird. So here is like when the process source generate a new process event, then yield to the slog destination. When you remove it, it's like when the source process generate a new process event to slog, like this slog destination, like it feels weird. It doesn't feel like it's meaningful. No, let's keep it. Let's keep it for now. We can remove it later if we felt that it's off or it just doesn't feel right. We can remove it. So this is our rule. So this source now need to generate a new process information. So is there a way we can get the process? Is there a way to do that? Is there a way to listen to new process? Is there a way to say like process? Find the process? Start the process? What are the stuff that are in Golang package OS? What is it that we are getting from that one? Pros. There is a type process here. Find the process by ID. Start the process by name. Kill, release, signal, wait with handle. Yeah. What I need is to get a list of all the processes on the system. Is there a way to do that? Is there like a function here that can get me all of it? something like PS, but PS is using no, it's listing the proc file, the directory of procs. Find the process. Yeah, I don't think there is a function that does that, is there? Yeah, I don't think there is. What is a root type? Only access files within a single directory tree. Ah, yeah, this is a new backend. Yeah, it's new, I think, from 24. And there's something from 25. Yeah, I think it's new. Is there another package that can give me the process? Let's see, standard library. Process. Yeah. Nope. Context. So you know what that means? That we will have to iterate over the processes in /proc and get our information from there. So /proc should have all the processes. So that means we will iterate over it. All of these numbers are PIDs of processes that are open. And the first one should be systemd. So what's in it? Attribute, file descriptor, info, map files, net, blah 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 blah. CPU, current working directory, environment, exe. Exe, what is that? Also, maybe we can do that ranger, and we open that, and maybe we can just go over them until we find what we are looking for. Cordon filter. Wait, if I have the PIDs, then I can use the package to get the process by PID, right? Then all I need to do is actually list proc, and list proc should give me a list of numbers, right? List of numbers. Yeah, and I should just ignore all of that. Ignore all of these and just these numbers, right? So yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's write a function. If you run it, it gets you all PIDs. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's that? What's this? Undefined OS. Oh, okay. All right. So this should return all PIDs, or iterator, like as in document for URI firehose process.go inline completion failed. Document for URI could not be found. So it says that this file doesn't exist. Let's restart Emacs. This is the second time I restarted this session, which is not a good indicator. Like Emacs should be running for days, no, even months. Yeah, I shouldn't be restarting it that much. So sources. sources and process. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. Okay, so we can return a list of integers, right? We can do that. Also in OS get what is it? Or is it pros? It's find the process. But what does it take? Come on. It takes int. Okay. Okay, so we need to return a list of int. And okay, so all PID, and we are OS. What is it, like read directory? Read directory, and it gives you an entry. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So here you go. We will return a list of int and an error, just so we wouldn't be hiding errors. Then what's in there? It's a list of directory entry. Okay, so that means we can have PID, which is the list in the directory, and we can go over the entries. It has to be a directory, and it should be parsed, right? I should be able to get it as an integer. Exactly. So what I'm doing here is that we are going over every entry if it is a directory, because all of these numbers are directories. All of that are directories, but also these are directories, right? So we need these. We need only the numbers because they represent the PIDs, like process ID. So what we need is to check, are they directories? And if we try to scan them as integers, do we succeed, or does it return like error because they have like ASCIIs or something? If they are numbers, we get the number and we are successfully, like we found the PID here. So we can just, you know, add it to the list. And now what we need is to, for select case, so what we need is that every iteration we keep track of the last PIDs, which is a list of int. Okay, so the last PIDs are there, and then we try to find the PIDs. This isn't the default, right? Default. We try to find the PID. So if nothing is done, we are just doing our logic. So what we are doing is that we get all PIDs, and if there is an error, we are going to just do that. So what we need to do is that to check if the last PIDs are empty, then we are not doing anything. So first, if len last PID is empty, then last PID is equal PIDs, and we continue. Okay. But wait. Actually, we need to wait between checks. We should wait between checks. Yeah. So instead of default, it should be every 5 seconds we can check, for example. Right? So either we are exiting. Can I do that? Can I just group this here? No. I can't group them in any way, really. Like I feel I'm missing something about the select statement. So every 5 seconds we are getting the processes that are running on the system. If we can't, we continue. If we can, and this is our first time. Wait, why would I do that? I can just do this. I can just get them, right? All PIDs, right? I can just do that. We cancel, we return, yeah. What do you mean undefined? I just defined it. Oh yeah, Entschuldigung. Here we go. So we first try to get them. If we can't, we can just abort, give up. We need to learn to use slog. No, it's way better. And you can add formatters to it and it would be like elegant. It would be elegant. I need to do something. I feel that it's not bright enough, or just the tablet here is not really bright. I don't know. Anyway, let me know. Let me know. Okay, so we try to get it. Now we don't have to do this. We don't have to check. We don't have to check. We just need, in the end, declared but not used. Yeah. We will use it now. So what we need is a list of processes that exist now and they didn't exist last time. I think there's slices. Oh, actually, this is a good plug. So I have a package called types, and types can grab any slice and actually okay, let's see, and then we can optimize. And the current, and then a new PID. Yeah, no, it's not good. It's like types dot. It didn't find it yet, did it? It didn't. It's GitHub types. It's this package, and it has a lot of functions. that I can use. Cannot use generic type. New set, and this last PID and the current PIDs, right? And now we need to subtract them from each other. So new PIDs are, was it like methods? Yeah, I think method. And it's the new one. If you removed the old ones from it, you get the new ones, right? The current. But the difference is, what was it getting me? So this is returns a new set, contains the elements that are in this set, but not in the other set, right? Yeah, exactly. And now for each one of these, we need to have a callback using the source context and using the source context, and we are creating a process. Yeah, now we need to get the process. So the process is proc and error, and we get the process by PID, and actually that means we can just output an OS process, but to be an event, you still need to implement the interface of an event. You can't just pass processes around, right? So it still needs to be an event. So, but that means, oh my god, that I can do that, and I can set the process. Oh yeah, exactly. So I should do that. That's good, yeah. If I can't get the process, then continue. You know, maybe we don't have access to this process. That's all right. Maybe it's not for our user. You try to read it and you crash. So PID and the process itself, what was it called? Process, which is a pointer to OS process. And then we can match against some attributes if we want. Okay, nice. Difference is a set, right? And slice, was it? No? So what was it that makes me convert a set into an array again? Two slice. It's two slice. Two brothers. There is the armada of space Mexicans coming on their spaceships. There are old women. They are fighting the aliens, which are wildcats. They say the Herman Miller Embody is like the most comfortable desk chair you can get. I tried to convince myself for too long that it's actually a comfortable chair, and it's not. Even if you try to make it like, you know, mold to your body and change the support and stuff, it's not. And sometimes I feel the disk that I have at work, which is, I don't know what is it, but it's actually like one of these mesh bags that don't have really like support for the lumbar. But still, I feel it's more comfortable than this one. So yeah, we are converting them to sets, and then we get the difference, which is the new process IDs, and then we emit an event. And that means in the main we should be ready. It's not a window event. It's not a window. So if I run, this is fine, right? This is fine. I think now if I try to like run a program, oh, there is a new here it is. There is a new process here and a new process there, and there's a new process. Oh wow, okay. Okay, new process, new process, new process. One of these is that. Okay. I don't need the PID because it's already in the process. So I actually don't need fields, I just need this pointer to be in the event, like embed it maybe. So this process doesn't need that and actually doesn't need this, right? And if we go to the source, let's change the way we use it. Okay, actually the type can be just this. Invalid receiver type, process pointer, or interface type. So if I do that, it has a muted. That's too much. Let's just be nice and just do that. It just feels wrong that you're wrapping it and then change the function to be a pointer, and then you have to change the rule itself. You have to change the rule itself to also be a pointer, and now you are getting into all of the shenanigans of not using a process or like a value, but using a pointer. Just feels wrong. It feels wrong. Okay, so now we get events actually. But we need to find a good way to expose, like what are the attributes that we can get here? So what exactly is, okay, so there is PID, PID, okay. Process, signal, weight, calories. Excuse me, what? With handle. Where is the rest of it? Process attribute holds the attribute that will be applied to a process. Really, the process structure doesn't have any other stuff? State, handle. There's no like path. Find the process. That's it? Why would I need the process from this package? Well, yeah, maybe other functions needs this process structure, but not me. Not me. No. No. what I need is to find a way to convert this process from a PID. What I need is something like the current working directory, maybe. Yeah. The binary path, maybe argument. Yeah, that's pretty good. Also the PID. Why not? So yeah. Let's not call it binary, let's call it like a path or executable. Executable. Yeah. Executable. All right. And now when you go to the source and you try to make a new process, now you need to do this. PID to process. Right, and you just need the PID. And actually, you don't need that. Just PID to process, which is a function that takes the PID and return exactly. So that's the PID, and now you need to read files in order to get its content. So what we need is, let's fill in all the fields. Fill in this, yeah, the current working directory. And now we need our friendly proc and whatever the number, something like this, right? And what we need first we need the current working directory, and this is, where is it? Should be here, current working directory. And what is that current working directory? What is this? I know this is my mistake. I bound the Control F into a command. Not a good move. Can I cat it? Permission denied. Okay, what is the current process PID? How do I get that? Can I do this? Echo. Maybe? Nope. All right. System monitor. And can I get to the processes here and OBS, for example, OBS, and I can't copy the PID, really? Properties, yeah. So if I do that, is a directory, damn. It is a directory, like LL, it's a directory, exactly. So it's a link to the directory. It's a link to the directory, so you need to read the link. You need to read the link, which is os read link, right? And then you need this path, yeah. But it returns current working directory and an error. So actually you can do that. return, just return that, return, and this function should return a string or error. And actually the library that we oh damn, we're not making the attributes in the first place. You know what? These should be methods on the process. This should have these methods. Yeah. So you have w p process, and this is the current working directory. Yeah, field and method with the same name. Yeah, exactly. Let's remove all of that, and it's not w anymore, it's p. It's a remnant from when it was called window. PID. Exactly. And what we need here is to p process. Oh, actually here we can say that current working directory is p dot that. You don't call it. It can be a function because we are returning a map of string to any, and this any can be a function that return a variable or a value and error. And what else can we get? What else can we get? exe. It's a link also. It's a link to the original. So you also read a link. exe, and you read a link to the exe, and here exe, but actually we don't need that to be capitalized. Okay, the exe. What else? Root. What's root? The root of the file system that this process is working in. I think you can limit it with C groups or something. Personality. Personality. What is that? I actually don't know what is that, but it's interesting. Limits, net, status, stack, timers, task, page map, mounts, mount info, mem, maps, limits, environment. Is there like arguments? Command line, I think this one. I think it's like a file that you have to get. Yeah, so this is how we ran the program. Command line. So if there are parameters, I think they will be here. Okay. What is it called? CMD line. CMD line. You read the command line and return bytes. Okay. cmd p dot c command line. Undefined? No, it's defined. It's oh, okay. I didn't make it a method. Here you go. PPID. Nice. What am I doing? You know, I think I really... And when I do that, create a new program or two. It checks every 5 seconds. Here you go. Should be 2 programs, right? Should be this and bash. 1? Alright. Also, I think there's something nice we need to do in the destination that prints an event, which is print an event and attributes of the event. Attributes, exactly. Because here we said any, and we should say fire hose event. Okay, now it works. So now when you run, they open a new program, 5 seconds, and you get stuff. But it doesn't know how to print that. That's interesting. Okay, so we need to do some stuff. So we will get the attributes, right? We are going to get the attributes like normal human beings, and we are going to resolve all of them. Yeah, we are going through that, and we append the key and the value. The value you need to get it from symbols, so you need to make the symbols, which is like bool expression, and you need to wrap it or like cache the symbols, right? New cache the symbols, and here you try to get the value of this attribute, and of course you may get an error. So here it's either I don't need that. It's either the value or an error, right? If there is an error, you are going to append the error. So you don't need to, yeah, right? If you got the value, you can just append the value. And now you should have the attributes. +2, because we should append the event itself. So you have the event and you have all the attributes of the event. Now let's see. So when you slog, you're slogging the event and everything related to it. Glycine image. Permission denied. reading the link. Okay, yeah, no problem. Permission denied. brab. There are processes that we can't access their data, right? Simple, read link. Exactly, these are like wrapped errors, you know, like permission denied, reading the link, right? This is what it is. Is this what it is? Like here, it worked. I think this is like wrapped errors, yeah. So yeah, E for error, and I think it is just unwrapping the error. Yeah, it's doing stuff. Systemd user work waiting. Yeah, it's doing some stuff. So if I open the terminal again, should appear, right? It appeared, yeah. It appeared. Here, bash, POSIX. So it opened a new. So this new window is created from the same process, but from the same process for Ghosty. But it created a new bash inside of it. So this is actually efficient. Okay. So if I do that and I say btop, terminal too small. Okay. Interesting. So I got a new process. This one, the PID, the current working directory permission denied. The exe permission denied. The cmd btop. So why can't I just read the link? What's going on? Why is the permission denied when I read a link to a process that I just created? So it's a process for my user. On the current working directory, why can't I get the current working directory? What's going on? Is it like protecting itself or something? Like what's... Am I missing something? Is that the same if I tried the top command? Here you go. No, top is fine. Top is fine. Alright. Okay, we're good. So that means I can listen maybe to the command and I can make a rule that fire when there is a game launched. Okay, so if I go to Steam and I try to open the game that I started yesterday, what was it? Have a Nice Death. Here you go. So what I expect is that when I do that, it's going to start the window, and the window there's a process behind it, and that means I get an event in the terminal, right? So when I do that, I will know what to match with, and then I can have a rule that says, okay, like if you open like a game called Have a Nice Death, then you can change the Twitch information to be blah blah blah. I just hope it starts. Yeah, here it is. So let's leave it there. Yeah, okay. Game overlay. And there's something else here. All right, and there's a lot of like permission denied. Can't read the link. Game overlays. Yeah, that's a... No, I need to understand. OBS browser page. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the process, I guess. Audio is creating an audio. Okay. Yeah, so it's listening. It's listening to everything. That's cool. But where's the game itself? So this is Steam RT64 game overlay. I don't want the overlay itself. Okay, just a second. Let me check. Btop, and let's find Have a Nice Death. Here it is. So the PID for this one is here's the PID, right? So it's 935 in the end. So now let's go and check 935. Should end with 935. Where is it? Oh wait, here it is. The process actually, it showed up. Okay, I just missed it. Okay. No, right. Yeah, here. It ran Have a Nice Death. Okay, perfect, yeah. So now when there is a specific game opened, I can have a rule that says change Twitch information to this category, to these tags. Okay, so let's do that. So if it's this command, so I can do this. So when there's a new process, if the, what is it that I'm matching with? CMD. If CMD equal this, let's print it. Okay, that's all. Let's just test that. Invalid character escape. What is... Waiting for source to finish. Okay. Wait, this waiting for source to finish. For source to finish. I think that was for debugging. I don't need it. We are getting there. Okay, so what I need is close the game. The game is not there. We are fine. Then start the game. And when you start, I should see a log that says Have a Nice Death started. Yeah. Okay. And now, when I come here, I should see it. It should take 5. It did not show up. It didn't show up. Come on. What did I do wrong? Okay, let's see. What is it that I'm doing wrong? If CMD equal Have a Nice Death. Yeah, that is correct, right? It's not? Okay, I need better logging. And this is the thing, I think now we know what we are missing. You can say we need logging for a rule. And now we need to like wrap the rule with some logs. But it's gonna, yeah, that's okay. Let's remove the condition. Run. Okay, we are waiting. So if I do that, wait for like a couple seconds. Here you go. An open code starting to for the completion. Okay, yeah, sure. You start the game. Where is the game? Start the game. Come on, game, start. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It says that it's running. Right, so now when I come here, I should see the game started. Here you go. Yeah, here it is. So what's wrong? So the command is this. And I match with this. So what is wrong there? There's nothing wrong. Wine preloader. Is there something wrong with the way we execute the condition? So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Where are we using that? So here, eval exception. So should process. If it's nil, return a true. Otherwise, return false. So eval expression should process. So this should process. Okay, so here. And this is run. And it's coming from here with the cache. Okay, so I think what we need is a small log that tells us the attributes evaluated, right? Because we need that list, and the list should be in sames dot what? There's nothing there. Yeah, there is this used thing. This used thing, you can just use the function used. Okay. So it's coming as a Boolean expression symbols. All right, yeah, got you. Call back with symbols. Do I have to cast it or? Yeah, that's a problem. So you call back with symbols, and you're getting symbols. You're not. You're getting this interface. Okay. So cached. Just cast it back and then slog error, and we are getting evaluated attributes, and then attributes are cached same dot used, right? Yeah, what's wrong? Can't use some interface of symbol as. Yes, you can't. What I need is to cast you. Cannot convert symbol variable of interface type. Sure, man. So it's like sims. I'll try impossible type assertion. It's let's see. It's a pointer. It's a pointer. Yeah, it's a pointer. Okay. So now, whenever something happens, and cmd main here. Okay, so we have the rule and the rule have the condition, and now whenever we evaluate the condition for this game, nothing is going on. All right, play. So what I expected to happen is that at least I would know why it was evaluated to false. Because something is off there. Evaluated attributes, nothing. Evaluated attributes, nothing. Why? Yeah, there is something wrong. No, there is definitely something wrong. So let's see the tests. Tests. Condition. Rule with condition. Here you are. Attributes equal value 1. It is called. And value 1. No, something is wrong. Maybe it's the place. So I evaluated and then run, and then yeah, maybe because I did it here, right? So I didn't run for it to be evaluated in the first place. That's my bad. My bad. So what should happen is that actually if I, here you go. Evaluated attributes still. Oh no, it says there's one string to interface and it's, yeah, now it's working. So we should see, have a nice death. Here it is. The attributes. Here you go. CMD, common, have a nice death. Yeah. So that means I can match with it. Yeah. But it didn't match If you check here, it didn't match. So it didn't print because it's not the same. Why it's not the same? Why is it not the same? So let's go to the event. Okay. And here we are comparing CMD, right? So what I need is the data, and I need to know that this is like exactly what I'm looking for. Like, here you go. Can I print info? Just print info or debug. Let's see. So when I do that, it opens bash and then should find it and print something. Nothing is being printed. Oh, okay. So debug is not working. Okay. So let's go to the main and let's slug set log level to slug debug, right? Which is the lowest thing. That means every debug message should show up. Now, and open. No? No? Why not? Yeah, it's the lowest debug level. Maybe it's like logger. Yeah, I'm confused here. What's going on? Set logger level to slog. Nothing seems to be working. Nothing seems to be working. Yeah, it should work. So error. And if I do that, error is working. Okay. Warn. Okay. Warn is working. Now I'm debugging the logger so I can log for the issue that I have. Info. Run it. Open a process. Info is working. Debug. Debug is not working. Although I have set the logger level to debug. What the hell? Let's, so if I do that, let's have it info, you know, just to get going. And log debug, the other one also, let's have it as info. Okay. Open something, should print something, and here read line is exactly that. Okay. All right. So what happens if I open the game? The game is already open. It's open, but it's a little... Okay. Let's open it. Okay. It's coming. It takes time. Give it some time. Interesting rule. I've never seen this pattern for a receiver before. What is it about? Yeah. Well, the idea is that no, it's not a game mod. It's a rule engine, and this rule engine is like a framework that can process any event from any source to any destination. So you can use it to automate a lot of... It's like N8N also, if you think of it. But this is like a programming framework, so you can use it to do whatever you want. You can do a game with it. You can do a web service with it. You can make an HTTP server, because you can break down most of the logic as rules. So just a way of organizing your logic. And yeah, let's see. So now I need to know. Here it is. What is that? There is something in the beginning of the string. Here there isn't. Yeah, that something is really weird. So here is the string. Here it is. And the string is equal that, right? I'm not crazy, am I? Equal, which is... Yeah, exactly. What's that in the end? What is that in the end? What is exactly that in the end? Is there a null character in the end? That would be weird. Okay. Let's just quit. We'll try again, okay? We'll try again. T-Pose Programmer. It's a nice name. Okay, now play. Play. Actually, we can... No. Just leave it as it is. So what I specifically trying to do now is to use this rule engine to have a rule that listens on games when they start, and do something. What I want to do is to update my Twitch stream category and tags to match the game. So the first part is just to detect that the game started. Here you go. Where is the game? So the game started around here. Yeah, do you see that? So the command line, yeah, here it is. So what's up with that? What the fuck is printf, and I need it to be like really show me what's going on, and it's data. These are bytes, right? So okay, something is really off here. So why is there like is there like a hidden character somewhere? Is there? There's a hidden character. So when Steam opens the game, does it like the path and then like is there a new line in the end? Is that what it is? Is there a new line? No, but I don't know. I know, but something is really bothering me in this thing. Okay, thank you. Thank you, game. So here you go. Here you go. So Unity, and here. Here is the string. Right? Read command line. Here it is. And they are not equal. And they are not equal. Okay, wait. I think I can do something. Let's data dot, it's like a trim. Yeah, I need to trim remove any non-visible, was it printable character? Wait, is that what it is? It's null separated? Is that the problem? And when we are matching, we are not matching with null? Really? This is the problem, isn't it? So if I do this, it should work, right? This is just stupid. Data, let's trim it. Bytes, yeah, trim it. So there is a null byte in the end. There is a null byte, yeah. And this is the reason. Anyway, damn. Okay. So all of that, there was a null byte. That's the whole problem. They told me programming is fun, but yeah, it wasn't. Oh god. Alright, let's see. Let's go. Why does it take so long to start the game? What are you doing in the band? Yeah, here. What? Where is the thing? Where's the thing? This is Chrome. But I need to remove evaluated attributes. But anyway, there should be. Where is it? Should be like S blah blah blah. Have a nice death. Bro, where is it? Did I miss it? Wait for exit. Common. Did Steam run it in a different way this time? No. Yeah, wait, here it is. Is it? No. Where is the fucking game? Where is the game? Okay. So let's quit. Let's quit and let's try again. So what I expect is to get the game here. How are we going to get the expansions for the role? You know, like when we needed now logging and tracing. You know, like how are we going to get this stuff? We need to find an extensible way to do it. Oh, here. New process. And you got it. You got it. We got it, everyone. Finally we got it. Okay, let's remove this from here. It's really ugly and it's polluting the whole output. And let's exit the game again. Okay, we got it. We found the way. It's null terminated. That's the problem. Okay, I'm positive it will run this time. I'm positive. The game has a nice art, but it's because it's black and white, it feels a little depressing. I bought it when I was playing on my Steam Deck, and then it broke. I can't play with it on my Steam Deck at all now. I think I need to get a new one. Right. Let's check this out. Here you go. finally. Okay, so now instead of doing that, we are going to change our stream to the category. Okay, it's getting late, but it's getting late. I think we can call this success for today. I think we can call it success. This is log. And we used types, my favorite library. Now you have a process event, right? So you can listen to any process that is starting. Right? Yeah. All right. So we got the process source to discover the game. Now all we need to do is, instead of just returning the process, we need to create an action. Let's see, action that is a Twitch update. What's it called when you are changing something? Where is it? Yeah. So when you change something in the stream, it's called something, right? It's called stream info. Okay, it's stream info. Okay. But oh wait, the stream info is what we want to output. So in the events, where is it? In the events, Twitch stream info, right? This is what we want to output. Event. This is an event, and the stream info, I don't know. And let's implement the interface that we want for the event. Events. Okay, and here we are getting a process and we are outputting a Twitch stream info. And yield now doesn't work. We should be outputting a stream info. So first we are going to slog the stream info, and then we will swap this destination into the actual destination that will write it to Twitch. Right, step by step. So now we are able to detect that, and now we need to say, if you get that, then just output this info. Okay, I think we can generalize this idea. So you are getting an input, and actually we are not taking anything. We don't want to take anything from the input, and you want to create a specific output. So let's have an action that is, we'll call it event. It's an event action because it just emits an event, and this is an event and it has an input and output, right? And what it needs is that you can define specifically the output that you want. Invalid recursive type. Event refers to itself. Where's that? Ah, okay. Fire hose event. Sorry. Function. And is that send? No, wait. In the action, it's called send. It's called the process. Yeah, it's called the process. Right? And you are getting in your writing output, and you are returning the output that we just set in the event. And now you can say it's a specific event. It's going to take a process and is going to output an info, and the output will be events Twitch info, and now we can specify exactly what we want. Playing Have a Nice Death, the game. Copilot is just, yeah, sure, man. Like, what do you want to what do you want to have there? But this is the thing. Okay, so I want to change the category. So first, if I'm trying to edit the stream here, it's the title and the category, and tags. Exactly, tags. And maybe in the tags we can say English, gaming, and Linux, right? Yeah, exactly. So now we need the stream info to have title, category, and tags. Exactly. And now when you do that, make run, let's exit. Okay, play. So when it starts, we should see an event that says stream info and the information that we set in the action. And now you have an action that can output any specific event you want. And you have a source that can detect any new process. And you have a destination that can print any event. And you can mix and match. We are going to create another destination that takes this specific Twitch info and update my stream. How? We are going to find that out. Here you go, exactly, yeah. So a new process, and we are going to update the stream with this. And tomorrow we will continue. Tomorrow we are going to continue with a destination that updates the Twitch stream. So you see, when you get everything in this pattern, it becomes natural a little bit to think about it. It's like, yeah, we are trying to listen to something. Okay, let's make a source, and the source listen to something. This something is an event. So let's define an event, make the source output the event in whatever case we want. And yeah, we have a condition. Okay, let's define some attributes on the input or on the event and have the condition on it. And yeah, we want to make a transformation or we want to output another event based on that. So you create an action that transforms it. And the destination is like the system you want to write to. And in that case, it's Twitch. Yeah. So this is Twitch stream info and event action. Nice. But I noticed that we actually need better logging for the rules in general, that we need to turn on logging for the rules whenever it is executed, it's printed. And yeah, we need better logs also for the attributes on the event. So we should be getting like the input event printed. When the action is executed, is it like true or false or error? What are the attributes that this condition used? And the action, what did it output? And did it return error or whatever? And the destination, did it write successfully? Did it return an error? So you can tell in a single log what happened to this rule. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. We still didn't do any of that. Yeah, okay, so when we are using the engine, we see other important stuff that we need to do, right? That was really trippy to have the null in the end and it just doesn't show up, and that wasted a lot of time. All right. Okay, I think I'm done for today. Tomorrow we can continue and we can actually create the destination that is going to replace this slog, is going to update the stream. And then we can also update the source so that instead of outputting only for a new process, it can also output when a process is ended. So when I close the game, I get an event and I can revert back the Twitch stream to programming. Yeah. Yeah. And then when I open a game, I can have rules that, yeah, when I open this game or this game or this game, change the stream, and when any of them are closed, switch back to coding, and then you can find the chapters in the stream automatic. That would be nice. Right. Yeah. So just out of curiosity, Twitch API, just out of curiosity, if I products event sub chat blah 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 blah. Okay. Starting poll, starting prediction. No. Creators go. No. Wait. API reference. Okay. So what we are looking for is stream info, right? Create a stream marker. No, not a marker. Marker? No. A marker is an arbitrary point in a live stream that broadcast editor want to mark so they can return. Yeah, but man, that's not what I want. Read, gold, create clips, API concepts, API concept, pagination, specify page, game engine drops, video broadcast, yeah. Send video, no, not this one. So, oh, there's a Twitch CLI, okay. So the usage is configure, okay. Wait, are you telling me there is no API to actually do that? Get a channel, modify channel info? Is it? Yeah, here it is. Update channels properties. You need the user access token, sure. That includes the channel manage broadcast, right. And then you need to hit this endpoint, no problem. With the broadcaster ID, the ID of the broadcaster whose channel you want to update, which is me. Must match the user ID in the access token, yeah, sure. All fields are optional, but you must specify at least one field. Yeah, so the game ID, oh, it's a game ID, the ID of the game that the user plays. This game is not updated if the ID isn't a game ID that Twitch recognizes. To unset this, there's a game ID. There's a game ID, so that means if I open any game, I should see some kind of an ID at the top. So Warhammer, is that the ID? Is the ID a string? It's a string, yeah. So if I want have a nice death, is that the ID? I guess. Broadcaster language, it's not required. All right, yeah. Title, you can just update the title. Tags, yeah, so you can update one or more of that. Is enabled. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. All right. Let me check something. Just a second. Okay, we're good. What am I working on? Yeah, I am working on a game engine, an event engine. Okay, so it's complicated. So it's a framework that can react to events. So you can just write rules, and these rules will tell you what to listen to, what are the conditions, and what is the actions you want to take for that event. And then the output for that action, you can write it to a destination. So for example, I can listen to new processes on my system, and if the process is this specific game have a nice death, which is this condition, I can output a specific event that I want, which is Twitch stream info. That's I want to update the info, and I want to update these attributes. And this is the event that I want to output. And right now I output it to structured logs. So I just log whenever the game opens, I log that I want to do this Twitch updates. And I'm looking at the Twitch API, so I can replace this part with a Twitch destination. Yeah, I am accepting open source contributions. Yeah. So it's called the Firehose, and you can check here. Why is it so hard to go to the chat? You can check here, right? Yeah. Okay, I was just tripped a bit because I've seen here like authorization and the client ID, and like I didn't create any of that. What is that shit? So yeah, so that means we can listen to games that opens, update my stream. When the game close, update my stream. And I don't have to update that manually. And we can switch between gaming and coding as many as we want. Tomorrow we can do that. Yeah. Is there like a Twitch Golang SDK? Is there a complete interface? It's like complete. So it's the final. So client with token, and then you're getting a new client. Okay. So you need a client ID, and that ID I think it's not secret in general. The auth token is the one that's secret. Usually there's client ID and client secret, but I don't see it. Where is it? Anyway, because it's OAuth, so client ID, client secret, and then you are using both of them to do shit. Yeah, so I can use this package, or I can just hit the endpoint. Yeah, but I have to do... I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe I can just use it. I can use it. Where is the Go reference? This is the API and update. What was it called again? What was that thing called? The hell? Is like a channel type channel, and then that's the struct, and then you can update it. Channel editor with this type. Where is that? So channel endpoint chat update user new pets. There is a lot of stuff here. API looks the reference, and we were modify channel information. So it's called modify modify information okay, so this is a type and this is a type. Is there like a function that uses this type? Where is that? My god, come on, man. Okay, so modify channel strip. Modify what? Channel information modify. Channel information modify call. It's this one. So you're making this structure and you can okay, so you can call these methods and they are chained. Okay, so you chain it and then do, and do will make the call and give you the response, and the response will tell you the status. This is called header. That's HTTP response. Okay, that's simple enough. Yeah, we can do that tomorrow. We can do that. That's not too complicated. Yeah. Okay, so thank you everyone. I think we should end the stream for now, and tomorrow we meet in the end of the day, maybe around 9 as we did today. And thank you very much. Thank you. All right.